Imagine running 12 businesses at once and somehow making less money than the person who just does one thing really, really well. That sounds insane, but it's happening to thousands of entrepreneurs right now, and the math behind it will genuinely surprise you. The dream of multiple income streams got sold to us like a financial safety net. But somewhere between the Pinterest vision boards and the passive income podcasts, nobody mentioned the part where you're awake at 2 a.m. managing 5 different customer service inboxes. We bought the highlight reel without reading the fine print. Here's the economic reality underneath all of it. Every income stream you add doesn't just add work, it multiplies complexity in a way that compounds faster than the revenue does. Think of your attention like a battery, and every new offer you launch is another app running in the background, draining it whether you're looking at it or not. The gurus made diversification sound like the sophisticated, mature move, the thing smart people do, while focus sounded almost naive, like leaving money on the table. But the irony is that the most profitable businesses in the world, from Apple in its comeback era to the best local service companies you know, got there by doing fewer things with obsessive intensity. There's a reason Warren Buffett said diversification is protection against ignorance, and he meant it as a mild insult. If you actually know what you're doing in one area, spreading thin is the riskier move, not the safer one. Now let's be fair, because there are real psychological benefits to multiple streams, especially for people who've been burned before, lost a job, or watched a single client represent 80% of their income disappear overnight. That fear is rational, and building redundancy into your life isn't weakness, it's wisdom earned the hard way. But there's a massive difference between strategic diversification and what most people actually do, which is starting something new every time the current thing gets hard or boring. One focused offer that hits profitability is worth more, financially and emotionally, than 7 side projects all stuck at the stage where they need more work than they produce. The stress comparison here is where things get really revealing, because studies on cognitive load show that task switching doesn't just waste time, it literally costs you IQ points in the moment. You're not multitasking, you're just failing at several things simultaneously with great enthusiasm. Meanwhile, the person with one focused offer knows exactly what a good week looks like, knows where their leads come from, knows their conversion rate, and can actually sleep. Clarity is underrated as a business asset, and most people won't realize how much fog they're operating in until they finally clear it. The historical pattern here is almost embarrassingly consistent. The people who build real wealth in the first phase of their entrepreneurial life pick something, master it, systematize it, and then, only then, use the cash flow and the confidence to expand intelligently. They don't diversify before they've won, they diversify after. The misconception worth addressing head on is that one offer means one customer type, one market, or one point of failure, and that's just not true. One offer can serve multiple niches, scale through referrals, and be protected through contracts, retainers, and recurring revenue structures that make it far more stable than a collection of fragile side hustles. The practical lesson from all of this is embarrassingly simple. Pick the offer that has the highest margin, the clearest customer, and the most direct path to your first $100,000, and then refuse to get distracted for at least 12 months. Discipline in this phase isn't about sacrifice, it's about compounding, and compounding needs time and consistency to work. Position size matters here too, not just financially, but in terms of where you put your creative and emotional energy, because those are also finite resources, and they deserve the same respect as your capital. A small bet on 20 things will always underperform. A focused bet on one thing you've actually researched and believe in. At the end of the day, the scoreboard doesn't care how many things you tried. It only records what you built, what you kept, and what you can actually sustain without burning yourself out in the process. Complexity is not sophistication, and busyness is not a business model. Whether you land on one focused offer or a thoughtfully built portfolio of streams, what matters most is that the decision is intentional, sized correctly, and executed with patience rather than panic. And if you're ready to start building something real, whether that's through real estate investing, home contracting work, or connecting with the right lenders, check out our links in the description below.